What's up? What's up, everybody? What's going on? How are you doing? It is Wednesday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you already know what time it is. What's going on, people? What's going on? Let's go ahead and get to it, to this topic today. Get everybody a chance to get in while you're doing that. I got a little intro, a little bit, just a little bit. Let me go ahead and get that round up while everybody coming in, checking in. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Hit that subscribe as well. Give me 1 second here. You are now tuned in to Sultry Seconds with Miss Maggie T, coming at you with the hottest topics in the entertainment industry. Also here to educate you on bettering yourself, including mental health awareness, got to get that in check, tackling family issues, and spicing up that romance. It's time to get it off your chest this evening, bringing you tips to uplift yourself so you are ready to take on another day with confidence. But in the meantime, kick back, take a sip, let's unwind together, and don't forget to hit that subscribe. It's up next. Hey!
Yeah, my bad.
Back that dancing, huh?
Yeah.
Something different, you know. I ain't have it queued up at first, but we're gonna get it together. So, what's up, people that's in the chat? I'm seeing y'all live. Come on in and give me a what's up. Let me know that you are here. Tonight's episode is finna be something crazy because the topic that we're gonna start it off with. I know everybody's been on social media and been kind of, you know, reacting to this, but before we get into the topic, our little hot spot, let's talk about who I am. I am Miss Maggie T, and this is Sultry Seconds. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm here every Wednesday night, so lock it in, set your alert so you won't miss me. Let's go ahead. Who do I have next to me?
It's the boy. It's the fat guy that everybody loves to love and everybody loves to hate at the same time. This your boy K Styles. You already know. What's going on, Miss Maggie?
Now, who's below me?
It's Mellow Mike. Mellow Mike from Atlanta Falcon Nation, Mad Mike Sports. Soon to be Mad Mike Truth. That I'll explain that later. But yeah, Mellow Mike today.
Okay, Mellow Mike. Let's go ahead and get to it. And how's my audio? I know choppy.
Fine. Good. It's great.
Fine to me.
All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and get into this topic, though. I know y'all ready for this one. I know K Styles or Kevin was ready for this one. So let's get to it. Now, as you guys know, I'm going to go ahead and play this video before I get to the topic, so you can kind of give me an idea of what you think I'm going with this one. So let's get it. And go ahead, put some chats in, let me know that you were here, but I'm going to put this one up for
I would like you to explain what we just saw.
So apparently, as you guys know, Eddie Winslow, of course, you know his name that we always know him by, but apparently there's some rumors are going on about Darius McCrary. That's his real name. Apparently there are some things going around where Sidney Starr is saying that they are in a relationship, and they've been in a relationship, from what I'm hearing, for a few months now. Now, when the allegations came out and she posted that they were in a relationship, and it was just a caption where it was basically saying, hey, I'm standing here with this, celebrity, and we're doing our couple, our photography thing. It's supposed to be a photo shoot. You know what I'm saying? But there was some speculations going around that everybody was kind of questioning the relationship, because in this photo shoot, he's kind of grabbing her and looking at her a little lovingly, in the photo shoot. And then, of course, the video, that doesn't look like they're shooting at that point. I think they're enjoying themselves. And the caption said, we couldn't even get to the shoot right away because he was drunk or something like that. Like he was under the influence of alcohol and they were kissing, as you saw in that video. So he came out, I think he was on a dinner date with his mother or whatever. And I guess he wanted to address the public live and say that he's denying the allegations. But what y'all think about that?
I'm gonna go first on this. Play that video again, and so we can analyze this one more time, so they can know.
Do so. So what you think?
Okay,
Does
first
that
of all,
look like a photo shoot to you?
That looked like they just got finished fucking. That's what that looked like.
No, they was.
Let me calm it down. They look like they just got finished doing the do. For one thing, the caption said, I paid attention to the caption that said he was sloppy drunk. And everybody knows a drunk mind tells sober truths. That ain't no friendship stuff right there. That's some relationship stuff. Because even that little subtle kiss that he gave Sidney Starr, yeah, that ain't no friend stuff right there. He can deny it all he wants.
And I'm gonna add to it. Look, I just got some couple of screenshots to kind of add to it. Let me get this little banner off real quick, so you can kind of tell me what you think this is. So, this here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's Sidney. Third message on the bottom right there. She is saying, "Daddy, good night." You know, with her happy kissy emojis and things like that. That's what Sidney posted, right? After that, there's another screenshot that he actually, this is his caption of his picture that he posted. He basically saying that, you know, what's understood don't need to be explained. What does he mean by that? You know? So.
Got a question. Is this the same Sidney Starr that got Chingy's career, that destroyed Chingy's career? Is this the same person?
Yeah, it's the same person.
I'm about to say, boy, them Family Matters checks must have ran out real quick. Cause boy, I'm just saying. Does he have a TV show coming out soon or something?
I don't really follow up on him. Apparently, he's supposed to be doing a show or in a show or something. I don't keep up with him no more, to be honest.
He has a project coming. He did a Vlad interview not too long ago, and he was like, he has some things on the horizon, and it's not clicking the way that he hoped. I'm gonna just take a slight detour away from their relationship. And this is what I have a problem with. I have a major problem with people using homosexuality, bisexual, whatever your preference is. Like, I have a problem when you're using that to gain some type of publicity from it. That's like for people who actually live that life, who actually go through those struggles. Like, that's not fair to them, because if you are who you are and you don't, I saw the interview where he was saying, like, you know, it's all lies and then lies, and you know, they smiling, having a good time. I'm with my fiance and all this type of stuff. Like, I hate, what I dislike most is a down low brother. Just be who you are. It's disgusting for me to sit back and see people. You got a whole wife and kids, and then next thing you know, you would Sidney Starr, who was probably one of the most famous transsexuals there is out there. I got a major problem with that.
Okay. And I mean, and I agree. I feel like people in this day and age now, it's becoming more acceptable. You know what I'm saying? I know there's some things out there a lot of people want to joke about and things like that, but honestly, it's starting to become to a point where it's like I'd rather you just be honest. Be honest with yourself, you know, because a lot of people struggle with them demons of trying to hold it in. And that's where all the issues come in. And that's when, because I don't know if you guys follow him, but this, you know, if he's so-called having a fiance and about to get married, I think this might be one of his fourth marriages. This is his fourth marriage, apparently. Yeah.
Ooh.
You know, and from what I read is like the relationships didn't even last even a year. Each, you know, marriage that he got into first on down. And from what it was saying, especially with the last wife, he basically said that he was abusive. He was an alcoholic and other things. So it's like, I feel like he's dealing with some inner struggles. You know, something is going on with him, you know, for his relationships not to work. But the fact that, and it's going to lead into what our topic is going to be about today, because it's, why would you get with somebody when you know their track record? Especially he's failed in his marriages a few times. Why would you get with somebody like that? You know what I'm saying? He's not, I can't say it's the money because he doesn't have a lot going on right about now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he picks on insecure women. I don't know, but it's just red flags are just definitely something that I want to get into. That's really what I want to go into as far as today's topic.
Doesn't look trustworthy. I can see it in his eye. He just doesn't look like a trustworthy type of guy. He just look like he just blows with the wind. Wherever the money at, wherever the biggest opportunity, that's where he goes. That's what it seems like for me.
Yeah. That's why I asked about the TV show thing at first. That's the main reason why I asked, because I like, because we've noticed a pattern here the last year and a half when like these issues with LGBT and trans and stuff started coming out, and I started noticing that you have a lot of people that in order to make money, they're going to dab into that community in order to have that money in that backing, especially when you ain't got nothing going on. Because let's be honest with you, this fool ain't been relevant since Family Matters. That show was 1997. That show ended in 96, 97. He ain't been relevant since. Now, he does little movies here and do a couple roles here every now and then. But what's the big money maker now? The big money maker now in the industry is LGBT, homosexuality, lesbianism, all that stuff go into one. That's where all the money is at. Is he so?
I mean,
right.
I mean, I don't know about that. I just feel like it's not where the money is at. I just feel like now everybody's a little bit more free to bring it out. Like homosexuality and all that in the entertainment industry has always been there, but it was just a little bit more hush hush on the table. So they probably got together and hang out, you know, amongst their friends and everything else, and they just didn't let it come out. So I don't think this is new. It's just now that we have social media where folks just taking pictures and snapping everything, you can't even go outside no more without somebody. You can't even go sit down at a date, but like a restaurant with somebody. It's not even in a relationship with you. And of course, the rumors are coming. Oh, they in a relationship. They hooking up. You know, so everybody got their narratives, everything. You know, people push agendas, make things, you know, something that is not. But Sidney Starr's track record is she kind of fabricates a lot of stories, though, you know, as we know. So it's like, who do you believe in this situation? Darius McCrary, a.k.a. Eddie Winslow. That's who it is, Champagne. Said, bro is now called Eddie Winning on the Low.
That's why I almost bust out laughing when I saw that. I was like, oh, Lord.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, let's go into red flags. And I want to put up this picture because, like I was saying, he's kind of been in and out of relationships, not even a year's worth of a marriage. And then he gets into another one, and he gets into another one. And like apparently, from what he's saying, he's with a fiance now. So this is something unrelated, but I wanted to bring it up because it just kind of came about too. And y'all tell me your thoughts on this. If you can see the picture. You probably can't see that. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a,
Yeah, I can.
it's let me see. I'm gonna put this one up. Maybe that's a little better. So apparently, I don't know if everybody heard this story right here, but there is a Florida man that's going viral, as you can see. He basically is dating. Well, he married. He's supposed to be the godfather to this young lady that just turned 18, and apparently they are now married. And from what I'm hearing, the story is he actually hooked up with her mother at some point in time. So red flags. It is this wrong to you? Do you feel like this relationship started well beyond the 18 year? Because to me, you're acting as a father figure in this young lady's life. To me, that's why I always question women when they have men around their, kids, and they're not testing them and checking, every situation or leaving them behind with them and all that because they just really want a man so bad, but you're not even checking the person that you're with. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what somebody got going on. You know what I'm saying? I got people that be putting cameras in their kids' bedrooms to watch them undressed. So this here is definitely a red flag to me. What y'all think about that?
Whew. As they say, woo child. Damn. This is
want me
probably
to
the lowest of this is probably the lowest of the lows. This is the lowest of the lows for me. It's like even when we talk about being who you are, this is Lord, like this is just the lowest of the lows. You pretty much you had this going on the whole time. You know when a guy is creeping. You know when the guy is creeping, and like you said, there's red flags. That's red flags. Um, Traditionally, going back through history, like this has always been the case. Older man has always dated younger women, and um, just all over the world, this is accepted in every culture. Like all like you go, it doesn't matter where. It's like in every culture, this is acceptable. So for me, um, the question, and I'm gonna turn it just a little bit. Um, do you think this is something that should be normalized? Because again, all over the world, we see guys in their 60s, 70s, 40s, 50s dating girls that are in their teens and early 20s. We see this happen all the time. We see even girls, young women. We were just talking about the Isley brothers. They were talking about Zaddy and all this like we see this shit all the time. So it's like, is it really wrong, or it's the intent behind whatever that person is? Like that's where I think there's where the line should be drawn, is your intent. Because there's something that he's been portraying to be this father, and then all of a sudden they're in a relationship. It's like where do you guys draw the line?
Well, my thing is, older people and younger people, they do get together and they get married. I don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, to each his own. You like your older man, you like your older, whatever. I don't care. She's an adult at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't judge nobody or who you like or what you like, but in this particular situation right here, it's a little bit of a red flag because he's been around this child's life all her life, apparently, like since she was a young lady. And I have another, I wish I could put that bigger picture up, but it's a picture side by side of him holding her as a baby.
Oh.
And then, of course, now they together married. Let me see if I can put it back up so y'all can kind of get a little glimpse of that. But
yeah, I caught
that
that.
is
Yeah, I
the
didn't
issue.
catch that.
It's more of, yeah. So here it
Ooh.
goes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's supposed to be him and her, and then now them together married. That's what the uproar is about.
Ooh. Lord,
Yeah.
Lord. Eesh.
I got one question about this. Where was this girl's biological father at?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if she was hooking up, I'm pretty sure he probably wasn't in the picture because what they're saying is they hooked up too at some point in time. So the father probably ain't nowhere to be found.
So this is coming down to a issue that, like I said, that like what we have in our community, and that's an issue that we do have, is like we don't have parents parenting our kids anymore. Like that, like what Mike said about the older guys and the younger women. The biggest difference between what the other cultures do and what this situation come down to, in them other cultures, them older guys ain't raising no kids. They not raising the kids that they try to marry.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the only reason why I asked where the father and you said that the mother hooked up with the godfather in the past. That's what you said, Maggie.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, this child was really literally left defenseless. To be honest with you,
Ooh. Yeah.
this really ain't a damn choice. Now, my question is to this dude is: are you that much of a buster to where you can't get a woman your own age, but you're going to marry a girl that you are the godfather of? I mean, like I said, I talk about Woody Allen all the time. This is a Woody Allen thing right here, and I think he's a straight lane for that, as it was. Like I said, hold on, who cutting grass? Oh, sound like somebody was cutting grass for us. I'm like, damn, man, 8:00 at night. Nah, but that's not a good look right there. And like I said, you got this young girl who's impressionable. Like you said, she might not even be looking at this guy as somebody that husband. She's looking at this guy as a father figure.
Father. Mm-hmm.
Like you said, the father might not have been there.
Mm-hmm.
So she's looking at an aspect of, I love my father figure. And that's all she knows.
Subconsciously, that's what she's thinking. Like it's not registering to her why she's in love with this guy, but she's searching for that father figure, and he is that for her. He's that security. Like women need security, and that's why I say, that's why I asked the question, like when and how it is that acceptable, because again, we've seen this before. Like even in other cultures, they marry for different reasons other than sexual or attraction. So it's like, when is this something? When you're marrying it. Man, my head cloudy. I don't even know how to even really talk about this. I have a major problem when this girl, like this girl that you was holding when she's an infant, and now what, 13 years later you marrying this child. That right there that got pedophile written all over it. That's just
So let's
wow.
get into these red flags. Now we talked about that situation. Let's talk about a lot of things that people seem to ignore about their partners, just to say they in a relationship. So I'm gonna let K Styles come on back, but let's talk about some of these red flags. Because
Mhm.
a lot of people see them, and a lot of people act like they don't see them. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a couple of things that y'all can point out as far as red flags, and then you let me know, give me your little feel about that. But um certain signs, like there are some things that could be seen as a red flag, but maybe not. Let's say clinginess. Some people kind of mistake it for she's crazy. Some people just like to have a closeness to somebody. A person, like you said, looking for a father figure, looking for somebody that can be their savior. So a lot of times they're looking for somebody to make them feel better. Now that to me, it's not a red flag, but it is something that you can address. And it's not a deal breaker in a relationship, but more of a sense of lack of communication that you don't have with
Mhm.
your partner. So y'all just can't talk about anything. You don't have anything in common. The person is irresponsible, immature, and unpredictable. Lack of trust. So they do things that you're questioning, and of course they come back and kind of lie to you about it, and it's like, yeah, baby, it ain't all about that. But it's in the back of your head. It's like, I don't know if I believe you. Controlling behavior, abusive, manipulative, um, making you feel insecure about yourself, making you feel like don't trust the outside people, in your relationship. They're out there to harm this relationship. Like, don't listen to what they have to say. You need to listen to me. Um, Having a dark secret in the past, got some things that's going on. Because, I'll background check people all the damn time. That's what I do.
Mhm.
Then also you talk about relationships, previous relationships, and they always got something where that person is crazy. But what about you? What did you do in that situation? So it's always no resolution to it's just it didn't work out because all these women I was with were crazy. Um, they're constantly testing your boundaries, pushing you to your limits. Just a bad person overall. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of things that, and this is some ideas. What are some additional red flags for y'all to kind of look out for?
Eyes. Them eyes tell everything. You can tell when a guy or a woman is really creepy. You catch them looking at certain things, especially a guy when his eyes are just always constantly on someone. And you can tell when they are infatuated because those eyes tell everything. Guys, our eyes tell everything. We will look at some ass from across the street,
Oh,
and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, damn, man, you be saying, damn, she got a fat ass, and then you be you be saying that with your eyes, but you'll be saying, hey, how you doing today? Like, come sit here and talk to Uncle Mike or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You would say something else, but your eyes would be saying a completely different thing. So, like, those are the things that you kind of put two and two together. Why he always having conversations with this person, and like things like that. Those are the small details, especially with young women. You gotta watch those types of things when guys are constantly always talking and the communication with that young girl that's not their blood. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things you really got to keep close. So that's a red flag for me. Constant communication with children that aren't necessarily your blood.
What you got, K Styles?
red flags. I think y'all pretty much hit the major red flags as far as communication. I say energy. Energy, like I said, like a lot of people nowadays really don't pick up energy like they used to. The vibe. because people are kind of narrow-minded as far as having that tunnel vision, like, oh, yeah, do. And let's just be honest with you with the red flags. Today's people can see red flags from a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one thing that negates all those red flags nowadays, with a lot of people nowadays, and that's the vaginal penis relationship. The tingle, the feel good, like what Halle Berry said in Monsters Ball, make me feel good. There's a problem right there when like we don't use our instincts to really, and like you said, to read the room, read people, read the vibes, body language and stuff like that. Because like Mike said, as far as the eyes, the body language says a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
Confidence. Like I said, it's so much that goes on into red flags, and most of the stuff is stuff we don't, is like so small and minuscule that we don't pick up, but it's like later on down the line, it's like it's gonna be something that blows up majorly.
Mm-hmm.
So I could really say red flags are really infinite. It's not really a set number of red flags. It's infinite. It's all about how much can you deal with or what can be managed.
Let's get into why do we ignore the signs, of a toxic relationship? So everything, like you, especially people that seen it before they even got in the relationship, and they still get into it regardless of what they're seeing. So it's like, why do people see these red flags and choose to ignore it? So I'm gonna give you some reasons as to why some people might decide to ignore these type of signs, and it kind of plays into a lot of these people are just afraid of really finding out the truth, or they're insecure, so they get into these relationships because maybe they feel like they can't get anybody else, so they'll turn the other cheek because it's like, well, at least I got somebody that I'm in a relationship with, so I don't want to ruin this. Especially, let's say, for instance, it's a pastor, loved everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's respecting him, and believes he's this upstanding gentleman. But at home, he's abusive. He goes out and have sex with a whole bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? He's just not a good guy. And you gotta be the first lady and put on this image. And you're seeing the red signs. You're seeing it out there. But you just choose to ignore it. So it's like some people just do it because they don't know any better. What y'all think about that?
The biggest reason why people ignore signs probably has nothing to do with, I'll just say it like this. The reason why people ignore signs of a toxic relationship is their own personal ego. Some people just don't want to be wrong. So they would keep people around or stay in a relationship too damn long just because you don't want to look like a fool. You don't want to give them the satisfaction or the pleasure of you being wrong. And that's how a lot of kids end up in places where they're getting sexually molested. They're getting, abused by that woman or that man in a relationship. It's because their own personal ego. You just don't want to be wrong. And not like that's one of the biggest things that's crippling the Black community. Not to say that others don't deal with it, but especially the black community. We are proud. Black people are proud as hell. We've been held under the thumb of a system for hundreds of thousands of years, and we just don't want to be wrong. We want to prove our worth and prove that we strong, that you stay in a lot of bullshit because you want to prove somebody wrong. And that's why, like, at the end of the day, you got to put your kids and your family first. Get out of your own world at the end of the day. And you focus on yourself, everybody else is suffer. Think about someone else.
What you got to say to that, K Styles?
Why do we ignore the I think pretty much what y'all been saying, man, is ego. Like I said, I think people are afraid to be alone. So, like I said, you willing to take on that BS that you done already sensed. Like I said, if you look out here, and one thing I say about this social media age now is that everything is on display now.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell by what age we live in now, the type of mindset of people that we deal with now. Like when we look at stuff like social media and how a lot of people use social media to cope with the fact that they have no people skills.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, just going back to what I said before, man, just be honest. Everybody just wants to feel good by any means necessary. It can be, like I said, it could be somebody that's absolute bad for you. But like I said, if you're a female, you got that dude that ain't worth shit. He put that thing on you, you ignored.
That's, you know what? We didn't really say all that. That's what it really come down to, the physical part of things.
Yeah.
It's like he's knocking me down, and I just can't get over that. And it's like, I know it's bad, but the sex is good. So it's like I can't pull myself away from that because I love it, and it's just freaking toxic. And what Cornelius Merritt said, some people are simply fearful of change, can't let go, and continue to remain complacent, separation anxiety. A lot of people deal with that. Definitely. Including myself. I had to come to terms with the fact that I do have separation anxiety about a lot of things. Coming from childhood, not really having of course I had my stepfather in my life, but the relationship wasn't as close as I would like it to be. And then of course, getting a little older, I found out that, of course, at that time that was dad, father, what I'm saying? Biologically, that's what I thought. Later on in life, I found out, no, that's actually my stepfather. My biological father is no good. You know what I'm saying? So I had to come to that complex at a very young age, 18 years old or so. And so dating other people, I definitely reached out and leaned towards finding somebody that can kind of, I guess, in my opinion, would be like a father, figure in my, in my life. You know what I'm saying? So some people do deal with that separation anxiety, and they don't recognize it as that. They just feel like, I need you, I need to cling to you. I need you, to not go anywhere. And you have issues like, where you going? You can't even go out to the mailbox. You can't go to the store. You're calling. You got to call me. You got to, every little step you take, I got to know about it. I got to check your phones. I got to do this. It's like, so it can be a very unhealthy cling. Now, there's nothing wrong with you want to be up under your mate, but sometimes a little too much is just a little too much. You know what I'm saying? So with that, thank you, Justin King. I appreciate y'all tuning in. This is some, I haven't been out for a while. We had took a little summer break, but we're going to do this every Wednesday. So make sure y'all tune in each and every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But let's get back to this Darius, because it's kind of going to still the red flags. Now, he's saying that he has a fiance. Now, the video I played earlier, even though he's denying that he's in a relationship with Sidney Starr, and everybody's saying it could be a lie and things like that, it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know, because I don't care how drunk you get, your truth comes out when you're drinking. And he literally was locked lips with this lady. So the red flags is there. What do you think about if he truly has a fiance? How would you deal with this situation? Let's say you're the woman in this situation. Do you stick around with him? You know, despite, even though he's saying it's not true, and you're seeing these kissing and all that, and they like, he literally was grinding on Darius, like they was getting ready to go at it. Do you stick around for this relationship when you seeing that? Is that a disrespect to your fiance?
Let me go ahead and say this. In that video, everybody knows that Kevin is a very fat man. He looked at Sidney Starr as I would look at a plate at Golden Corral. Let's just say that. When I'm about to tear a plate up, that's how he looked at Sidney Starr. Like I said, the issue, bro. Like I said, you can say you're lying. You can say, okay, it's not true. You can say, well, she might be lying. But you have to look at public perception, and you gotta look at public perception.
I mean, if that's a friend, this is my problem.
You ain't
saying
kissing
that he's supporting your friend. You're not kissing your friend. I'm sorry.
That video, like I said, that video that we saw earlier, like I said, it tells a whole lot. Like I said, the simple fact that the caption said that you were sloppy drunk. And as we know, as alcoholics and seen alcoholics at before, they're at their most comfortable when they're drunk as hell. So that's where a lot of truths come out. You ain't like I said, if you look closely at his face while all that was going on, that don't look like a damn lie to me. That look like somebody you've been smashing for a while. And it's no,
like, look at it. I can play it again if y'all want.
Play it again. We're gonna analyze it with the people.
We're gonna play it one more time because I got a lot more people in the chat. We're gonna analyze it with the new folks that's in the views. So let's go ahead and get to this. You tell me now. Everybody know if you a man and you know when you like something and you know you like, yeah, that's it.
I mean,
like,
that's just anybody.
His facial expressions to me, because I'm a woman and I know when my man is ready to, tear it up, it's a certain look in your lips and your eyes, the way you're biting down and stuff. He doing all this in this video. So let's go ahead, put it back up there for y'all.
Yeah, he had that. I'm about to tear this ass up.
Yeah, he got that. I'm about to tear this thing up when we get up out of here.
That's exactly what that would. Like that, bro. Video don't lie, bro. I don't give a damn. Video does not lie. That don't lie. You can deny it all you want, bro. Like I said, I guess Greta didn't work out for you on Family Matters, dude. Cause this right here is basically telling me that. Now, I guess this was Myrtle. I guess Myrtle was the goddamn person he wanted the whole time. Just like Mike said before the show. Was Myrtle Urkel was the telling tale?
That's obviously
that's bullshit.
That's my question though. So if you are the fiance in this situation, do you stick around?
It's hard. It's hard to. I'm gonna just say this: being married to an artist, it's hard to like determine whether or not like this is acting versus real life, because a lot of them like there really are, and this is why I can't say like he's actually enjoying it, because we have a lot of artists that are gay and they play straight as well as any straight person will be straight. So it's like I can't like I'm not gonna say like he really wanted to. Like some people are very good actors. I've seen it. Like people thought that Denzel Washington really was a gangster in Training Day. They really thought he was that because he played that damn role. You feel me? Like you could tell me that he was not that gangster. Had the body mannerisms, like the man had he had it down to a T. So I can't say whether or not he is really feeling that, but as far as that, I think it's really up to the person in the relationship. I wouldn't be able to do it with an actor like that. I would not be able to do it with an actor because you can't tell when they lying or it's actually, real life.
What you got, K Styles?
So with all that being said, and the one thing that we have that we may have said before, but I'm gonna reiterate it again. What was the intent of putting this out? What is the intent?
I feel like the intent was more. Now didn't. Of course, it wasn't him that pushed it out. It's the person that you are dealing with, Sidney Starr. She's about controversy. She's about getting attention, no matter how she gets attention. The whole situation with Chingy and everything else. So I don't think it's supposed to have been put out there. You know what I'm saying? Because the caption in the video, in the picture originally, when they was taking the photos, it was more a friend is supporting a friend or whatever. But then she came back out. It was like, well, he was so drunk and all this kind of stuff. So it's like mixed stories right about now. So maybe that picture alone wasn't getting enough attention. So it's like, let me rev it up a little bit, make it seem like it's a relationship, yada, 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 so I can get some more attention to this situation. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, do you think that he was genuinely just drunk and really didn't know what was going on at this point? He was really feeling himself and she looked like a lady to him and he just found himself in a uncomfortable situation, you know what I'm saying, where it's supposed to be in a private situation, I guess, with this photo shoot. What you think?
I got a perfect example of this is why I say I can't tell, because we've heard several rappers come out and state, and Young Buck is one of them, where he gets called to a club, a call to a hotel that he think he's about to smash this, and he thinking it's a woman. When he get in the damn hotel, he been set up. So I've seen this happen before. Like this, a lot of this stuff has happened before. That's why I can't tell you whether or not he likes it. Maybe he's doing a friend a favor. Like, look, man, like I said, like it's all in my family, your family, everybody's family. As people with different sexual orientations, like my cousin, he like big women. He love BBWs. You can't get him no skinny girl. He don't want no skinny girl. He want the biggest girl possible. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but that's my cousin. That dude love BBWs. He don't want nothing else but BBWs.
And nothing wrong with that. Everybody has a preference. I can definitely say that.
And that's why I say I can't tell you whether or not. That's why I can't tell you whether or not this is something that like. I can't tell you if it's real. All I can say is that people do things for reasons especially in Hollywood. You got Hollywood friends. Oh, they doing it for publicity. Mm-hmm. Everything that they do is for publicity.
Like look at Will and Jada.
Mm-hmm.
Their whole life is a publicity stunt.
Right.
This whole red
They
tape.
admitted it. We a partnership. They admitted to being a business partnership.
Yeah, they basically said, shouts out to her bad marriage. I'm like, the fuck is y'all talking about? Y'all embracing this? So yeah, that's why I asked what was the intent, because like I said, we don't know. Like I said, as much as we can crack jokes on Darius McCrary for this one, like I said, we don't know what the intent of Sidney Starr was. We don't know.
I think it was just him enjoying himself in his secret, even if he's down low like that, because of course it was rumors about it. My thing is it invaded his privacy. To me, because that video just looked like they were just having a good time. And of course, she's taking it because you saw how she looking in the camera and kissing on him and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it was more of a I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you because you a little drunk. You don't realize the cameras are rolling. That's the way it looked to me.
Sounds like a damn setup.
Did you hear someone? If I'm not mistaken, I actually thought I heard someone speaking in the background. I think there's another version where I actually
it's another it's like if you're talking about the video of him posing and looking at him all lovely, that was the actual photo shoot, but you could tell that because he was posing, he'll pause, they'll look at each other, he grabbed her, so it's like that part. Okay, now if he was just doing that to support a friend and do a photo shoot, and he's comfortable in his manhood, okay, I can get that portion of it. That's that makes sense. He's in the background recording it. Okay, you do this, you do that. That makes sense. But the second video of them dancing like that, it's like, now that's where the questions come in a little bit. And the kissing photo, you're not gonna kiss your friend like that. I got male friends, I have female friends, and I'm not kissing them, for one thing, in the mouth. I might, give them a hug. Oh, best friend, but I'm not fucking kissing you. I don't even kiss my mama like that. I'm a grown ass woman. I don't kiss nobody. I don't even kiss my kids, like that anymore. When they was little babies, baby. But when they get a little older, I don't even do that with my children. I don't want their little nasty lips on me anyway.
They want their nasty lips on them either. Shit.
Right.
So kissing my friend, just can't do it.
Nah, you don't kiss nobody like that. But but that just adds to a whole nother dynamic when you ask the question, like, what is the intent? What is Sidney Starr getting out of this?
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Before
you get to that question, real quick, before you get into that, if y'all want to join in on this conversation, I put the link in the chat. Come on and join the panel. Give your opinions, whatever you want to talk about, red flags, whatever. I would love to hear y'all point of views on this topic. But go ahead, Mike.
There are certain friends that they know your weaknesses. They know when you get drunk, these things tend to happen. Like for me, when you put me in an environment where we talk about, like, me and alcohol just don't go along. I don't drink a lot because me and alcohol, you're gonna see the absolute worst of me. You're gonna see the absolute worst. Any and everything start to happen. Do you think is a friendship where, and Maggie stated, like, this is something that Sidney Starr has done. She's done this before when we talk about, like, publicity. Did she know Darius McCrary? They look like they've known each other for quite some time. Do you think this is a situation where she knew that when he's drunk and he's probably trying to work on himself, he's working on himself, but you as a friend, when he's drunk that these things tend to happen. Like it's a lot of people that aren't comfortable, like they're not comfortable with certain areas in their life, and they're trying to change. And then you got these friends that keep trying to put you in those position where they want you in those and that type of lifestyle. Do you think that is?
Yeah, I definitely think that's what the situation was. It was just him there, just supporting. They got drunk and things. I felt like that was an agenda of exposing because this whole photo shoot, love and hip hop, whatever. You just trying to get your bag, no matter what you try to do. Go ahead, K Styles.
So going to Mike's question, yeah, like I said, it comes down to knowing, like you said, knowing your friends' weaknesses and taking advantage of it. So that's gonna lead to actual my question, and for the people that's watching this show, this will be a question for y'all too. Does Sidney Starr really look at him as a friend or a come up? Because just like you said, maybe you got those friends that know your tendencies and like to take advantage of you. Let's be real honest with you. If your friend has to put you in a situation to where it benefits them and it makes you look bad, is that really a friend?
I'm gonna answer this question because when Darius came out with the video about his, with his mom having lunch with her and saying, "Hey, these allegations are not true," Sidney Starr came out with that very video I just showed you. It was like, just to say, nah, I don't know what you're talking about, but you was too drunk and you was embarrassing us like we a couple or something. So I feel like this is her come up, or and because she got a reputation of doing that to a lot of these artists. A lot of these people. So it ain't the first time her name came around being involved in some situations with folks that sat there and denied it. Chinky career, even though he didn't have a career, but he ain't doing nothing at this point. That ruined his whole thing.
And that's the main thing that I'm trying to contemplate here, because it's like something is off. Something off.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a genuine relationship. It really just doesn't come off as a genuine relationship.
Something is off. Yeah.
Well, one thing, them people that be on that love and hip hop anyway, it's already fake anyway.
Right.
All that reality stuff, like from I don't know if it was Portia or I can't remember who it was, and that's not Love and Hip Hop or whatever she's on, Housewives or whatever. But she said they make people become friends on shows when they really not even cool with each other. Like the whole situation where she was, dating, I guess the ex-husband or whatever of somebody else in their house, and they was trying to play it out like they were friends or something. So it's like, oh, the betrayal, you're doing this to this person. She even said we weren't even cool for real. It's all for the stage. So I feel like we're going to get something out of this situation that's going on for that reality show. So be on the lookout for that.
More interviews. We're going to get a lot of interviews real soon by Darius McCrary. Like I truly believe that.
And even if even if that's what he's into, maybe use it as an opportunity to just say, hey, I am who I am. I'm going through some things or whatever, respect my privacy though. Drop that friendship though, because that you got somebody that's trying to expose you. He's already going through some things, in and out of marriages and things like that. It's apparent that he got something he's going through. And for a friend, quote unquote, to take advantage of that situation, it's not a good thing. Definitely not. Sidney Starr must be, just so crazy in these chats. Sidney Starr be almost every brother in the industry back trying to sleep with them or get on a come up. Yeah.
That's the truth.
My thing is, if that's the way you want to come up, you ain't gonna go too far with that.
That's not a good.
Especially when the plastic surgery and all that changes. You know, when you get a little older and your body ain't gonna do it for you, what you gonna do then?
Somebody gonna hurt you.
Hoes.
Somebody gonna hurt you real bad for doing stuff like that. You're gonna meet the wrong. You're gonna meet the right person or wrong person that is not gonna be with that bull crap, and they're gonna put you in the dirt. Like this is the lowest of the lows when you try to like I said, even if like let's just say he does struggle in that area and he's not happy with that part of his life anymore. There's a lot of people that decide this is what I was. I don't want to be this person anymore. And you take advantage of that situation. That's why I say it's like I can't say whether or not if this is true, but what if this man's like this is something that he did do and he's like again, ashamed probably the wrong word, but maybe he just doesn't want to do that anymore. And then you as a friend knew he used to be like this or who she used to be like this. You're putting him in that situation where like this could lead to some mental issues, like mental breakdowns within themselves. So like I said, we're gonna see real soon what the true intent is, but like Sidney Starr, this is something she's done before. And her reputation is trying to ruin other people's lives.
That's y'all brought up something too, and it just popped into my head. We have to remember there are now laws that are put in place to where Sidney Starr can manipulate guys into trying to sleep with Sidney Starr. That if the guys turn that person down, she can use it to her advantage as a hate crime. These type of laws have been in the books for years now. We have to look at it like that as well, because now it's putting the guys in the catch-22 position, because we already know Hollywood or Hollyweird, as most of us would like to call it, because these motherfuckers is weird as hell and they do a whole lot of stuff.
Kanye West.
Oh God, I don't know who that boy. That motherfucker cut his head with a
machete.
Nah, that wasn't even a machete, boy. Somebody cut his head with some goddamn bad toenails. That's what that was.
Kanye West, Kanye West knows what he's doing.
Right.
You know, I'm pretty sure he's well medicated. He probably got a nice little team, because if he really was off the rails, he'll be like Britney Spears.
Man, please. Kanye West is the perfect example of playing crazy for attention.
Yeah, it's sometimes controversy and it's working for him. He got a bullshit ass clothing line that people that sells out. Like, you know, it's like his clothing line looked like I took my truck and ran on the back of it and the holes got into it. And it's like, I'm just gonna put this on.
Dude, look, bruh, Kanye West's clothing line, I could literally take this hoodie I got on right now, rip this bitch up, put it on the shelf and sell it for $1,500. That's how ridiculous it is. But that's why I said, that's why I was saying with Sidney Starr. I know y'all say she, but like I said, at the end of the day, I can't really say she. I just have to say the name, because at the end of the day, and that's what I do. I'm definitely respectful, to that situation. But like I said, like I said, be real. Like I said, I know it's a dude, so I can't really say nothing. I say Sidney Starr. I can't say she. I gotta just say Sidney Starr. But like I said, that's what I was saying. It is very manipulative to go down that route, as far as knowing that you have certain laws on your side, to where now it becomes a hate crime. if you turn that person down. They can use it as a hate crime. They can use it as discrimination. So Sidney Starr has a backup plan as far as like guys in the industry that might like Sidney Starr might want to hook up with, and like, nah, I ain't down with that. We good. Do. Hate crime. Boom. Now that motherfucker become public enemy number one.
Mm-hmm.
So
and
this is why
it's not jail time. The issue ain't jail time. The thing about that law is that they can literally sue you into, you know, they could sue you for financial gain just using that situation. Like I said, it's not illegal where you're going to go to jail. It's set up to where they gain financially from that situation. That's why it's like it's just screwed up all the way around. It's like you like Maggie said earlier, like you're really not gonna get anything. You're not gonna gain anything from this. At the end of the day, karma gonna kick your ass right in the face at some point in time.
Yeah. So it just goes back to the question: what is the intent?
Anybody in their Hollywood life, the intent is publicity.
Exactly.
Come up.
Exactly.
You know.
Say it again for the people in the back that didn't hear that. What's the intent?
It's for publicity. You know, so don't be surprised you're gonna see a whole bunch of stuff coming out about this.
Interviews,
you know what I'm saying?
Mixtapes. And I got a new candy bar coming out. I got some weed, all that. Like they got some everything. All about publicity.
Right. And that's Absolutely. The thing. That's the thing. You don't get, like I said, you don't give into it. But like I said, these people in the industry are so money and attention driven that these folks will do anything for money. Pay attention to a lot of the rappers that's in the game now. Pay attention to a lot of rappers in the game now.
Young Thug got a whole girlfriend and a baby, and he dressing up like he in dresses. That's a whole full attention.
It's all attention. At the end of the day, it just comes down to all attention. And yes, King Quest, yes, this was the same one that lied on Chingy and destroyed his entire career because of it.
Yeah, so it's coming up, basically.
A rapper.
I mean, one thing about these female rappers, they all look alike. It's nothing exciting about trying to be Nicki Minaj anymore.
I read that wrong. I read that wrong. Rapping?
Yeah.
Really? A rapper? What? A rapper?
I didn't even know that part. So we don't get a double
CD. What's up? So if I go online right now and look up Sidney Starr rapping, I better hear some bars, because if I don't hear no bars, tell Sidney Starr goof ass to sit that shit down somewhere.
I'm about to hit Google.
Maybe you want to go look up Google.
Exactly.
But let's go ahead and wrap it up. See anybody got any questions at the end. You know, of course, like I said, it's going to be every Wednesday for us. This is the wrap up, though. Let's go ahead and close it on out. You know what I'm saying? While y'all looking up that video.
Wow.
I ain't looking up no damn video. I want to hear some bars.
This I'm yeah. And I do know that.
They'll just say it's trash bar.
Yeah, his family is his family is known for being well known in the music industry. So this just seemed like a publicity stunt. This seemed like some music. They got some type of, either they got an artist that they trying to promote or they trying to promote themselves.
Like I said, do not be surprised. Darius McCrary gonna end up with a whole new sponsor. He gonna have a whole new sponsor. Sidney Starr gonna have a new sponsor. I'm just gonna say it. Y'all
Let's go
see
ahead
Megan
and
Thee
wrap it
Stallion?
up.
I'm about to say, you see Megan Thee Stallion ass got her own Popeyes sauce now. You seen that?
I be out the loop. I didn't even know she had a sauce.
Yeah. Only reason I found out is that Megan Thee Stallion got a sauce because I was looking at one of my documentaries on YouTube and the fucking ad came up talking about hottie sauce. I'm like, damn, what the fuck don't you have? Who you done sucked up into the game to get all this shit?
Whoa.
Ain't no way in hell. Hey, bro, I'm sorry. One thing I've learned about Hollywood and how certain folk move in Hollywood, if you see people in too much shit, something wrong there. Somebody did something.
I'm trying to find a video, but I don't.
Shade Room talked about her trying to be a rapper. Oh my goodness, bro! Ain't no way, bro. Rapper. Only thing Sidney Starr done wrapped up was the damn truth. That's what that happened. That's all. I'm gonna leave that there.
Let's go ahead and wrap this on up, though. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and close it on out. Let's go.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it off. Getting back to the guy who married his goddaughter. Let me just publicly make this announcement now. Her mama ain't shit.
Yeah.
As a public announcement, her mama ain't shit. Ain't no way in hell that's supposed to be happening. If dad ain't around, mama is responsible for that child. A godfather does not mean that's the child's father.
Mm-hmm.
And for you allowing your daughter to marry her godfather lets me know what type of woman your ass really is.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't slap you with a coat if it was cold outside. That's how bad it is. But besides all that, like I said, 6-man K Styles, AFN. As you see, we got the two bosses of AFN right here. Like I said, we all doing the damn thing over here. Make sure you subscribe to 6-man K Styles. We do Falcons news. We got Hawks. I got random videos talking shit. Hey, I'm just trying to get it like these folks here.
What you got, Matt Mike or Mellow Mike?
Mellow Mike. All right. Today is Mellow Mike. I think there's a valuable lesson in today's show. That lesson is to don't take advantage of the people that you so-called love. Like I think there's boundaries in any type of relationship when you know someone is weak or they're trying to change an aspect of their life and they're really trying hard. I think you as a friend should respect the fact that they are trying to change, even though that y'all have history and said lifestyle. Don't put them in situations where they either going to get drunk and they can't control themselves, or they in a situation where, like for me, for instance, like when I'm in a debate, like I'm look shit, I'm like Tupac, I'm like Eminem, I'm like Jay-Z, I'm like DMX, like you gonna get the best out of me when I'm in a debate. Like ain't too many people who can go one-on-one with me in debate. A real debate. I love that type of energy. I love ranting. That's my atmosphere. And sometimes that's not always good for me. So I got to do it in small increments. But like those are the lessons. Don't take advantage of that person when they're trying to stay away from a certain lifestyle or a certain, aspect of their life. Let people and be an aid to these people's lives instead of trying to relive what y'all once were.
Okay. Okay. Well, no. I like what you had to say. That I'm gonna add to that. As far as um, we talked about red flags earlier. Sometimes you got red flags in friendships as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Some signs that you see in people that will sit there and do you wrong, or sit there and gossip about you, or come back to you and say, "Oh, you know what? I heard this about somebody said this." Like, why are these people comfortable enough to talk to you about me? What were you doing in this situation? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to give the side eye to even your friends, your family. It could be anybody with red flags at this point. It's just for the ones that hold on to people because they feel like they can change them. They feel, they known them all their lives, so they feel like, oh well, I can't get rid of them. You're feeling kind of bad about it, and you're just letting it happen. Red flags, where like the situation with the godfather that's dating marrying the 18-year-old girl. It had to be something. It had to be something. He had to be too close, too comfortable to this young lady for him to they ready to say I do with each other. There was some red flags somewhere in that situation. You looking at that 18, like if you see the picture, she looks like a fucking baby. Not even fully grown yet. I mean, 18, yes, but some people still grow at 18. She ain't even in her right mindset at this point. It's just she thinks she know what love is, but she don't know yet. So to prey on her, I feel like he was preying on her since she was a baby and waited till she was okay. I'm gonna marry her now because she's 18 years old. It's a problem. Check these red flags, people, and stop being afraid to let go. And 18 is definitely still a kid, in my opinion. I didn't know no damn better at 18, 19. I was pregnant at 19. Didn't know a damn thing about being a mama. High school sweetheart. And of course, we ain't together no more because we got together so young. We didn't know no better. This is what it is. What it is. It just shows that a grown man got something going on with him that he got to mess around with somebody that young. There got to be some kind of gap. You got. I mean, I get people like younger people, but there got to be some type of gap in the age difference, though. 50 years old, 18 years old, something just don't. Y'all are due. That's freaking generations, decades apart that you can't even relate to. He listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire. She over here looking at little Yachty or whatever these little folks are.
Right.
We can't even go to a concert together.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, on that note, that's all I got. Go ahead, subscribe to Sultry Seconds. If you're on here, I appreciate everybody tuning in. I know we smaller numbers right now because I ain't been back out, but we're gonna be here every Wednesday. Once again, go ahead, K. I'm Matt Mike.
I was just pointing at my logo, Mad Mike. That's all.
Oh,
Mad Mike
okay,
Sports.
okay.
That's Mike Sports. That's all.
That's right. Sultry Seconds, and then of course tune in tonight at 10:30. Actually, one more hour. We do have Noah and Davon. Sorry, I'm gonna get his name right, y'all. Atlanta Falcons Nation Network, where they're gonna talk about the matchup against Miami. So y'all make sure y'all stay up late, tune into that. Leave your questions for them because they love the interaction. I'll probably be in the background in the chat with y'all. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. That's all I got for you today. That's all. And we out, people. Peace.